Hello, my friends. Amner Hunter here from amnerhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you in another video. This time around, I want to share with you and check out two cool plugins. One of them available for free for a limited time, and the other one, it's a brand new plugin release. Also, I want to share with you a couple of interesting deals that I think you will love as much as I do, and I think that some of you might take advantage of these deals, right? As usual, you will find all of the applicable links in the video description and the first comment, and you will also find timestamps in case that you're watching this video after the live stream ended, and so you can move around between the mini segments of the video, right? Let me show you the plugins quickly, the ones that I'm gonna be checking out today. So first, we have this plugin by Master in the Mix, this referencing tool, Expose 2 plugin. You see here a price of 57 bucks, right? But throughout the month of June, you can get this price completely for free with a coupon code that I'm leaving you down below, of course. And as you can see here, the price 0, right? With this coupon code, which is EXPB100. All in capital letters, so that's that. Also, we're going to be checking out this cool synthesizer emulation by Fall Bucket Music. This plugin is available also for Windows and Mac, and also clap formats. This is a synth emulation. It's called SIX-TRAQ, and also I'm gonna be checking it out, the sounds and all. And moving on with some of the most relevant deals that I found this week. Bogren Digital has the summer sale at the store, and this, although you can find 40% on different, also 50% sometimes on some products, I found this to be very interesting. This is an amazing amp simulator, the AMPKNOB S0100, that currently has a 40% off. And also here at Plugin Boutique, we have this awesome bundle by Sonible at I believe also 40% off, if I'm not mistaken. You will get these two smart plugins, and the Smart Compressor 2, which is an amazing tool, and the Smart Limit as well. My favorite limiter out there is this one. And yeah, the two plugins for 99 bucks, and it is worth mentioning that in any purchase here at Plugin Boutique, you will get a freebie as well. In this case, it can be either the Rhodes V-Pan or Kratos Dehumanizer Simple Monsters. All right. So before we begin with the content, my friend, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnerhunter.com, where you can find some additional free stuff, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also some free tools, such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost every day with tons of content like this. Please let me know if you are here on the live stream. I am always happy and interested to know your opinions. Sound Healer is here. Hello, Sound Healer. Haven't heard from you in a while. How are you? Hope that you are doing all right. Thanks a lot for being here, my friend. I appreciate it very much. So let's begin with this plugin. Well, it's actually not a plugin because it's not a VST per se, because it's like an app on your desktop, right? But it's very helpful nonetheless. This is the Expose 2 app. And yeah, I find it a bit weird that it doesn't have a VST, this plugin, because it also could be helpful to have it inside your DAW, but anyway, you have it outside your DAW, and this tool will help you expose potential issues that your mixes or masters might have. It measures 4 different things. It measures the loudness, and it lets you know if you are like maybe overdoing the loudness, or also the peak. It will let you know if you are overreaching the peak, depending of course on the preset that you choose here for mastering, for mixing, broadcast, and also the platform, of course, like a Spotify. But there are several presets here: Spotify Loud, Crazy Loud, CD, Club, Balanced, Apple Music, etc. Or also for mixing, right? Balanced, Dynamic, Loud, Punchy, Mix. And depending on the preset that you choose here, it will measure loudness, peak, stereo. Also, it will let you know if you have something on an issue with the stereo distribution of the audio. Sometimes it might be like maybe you have the tracks balanced more to the right than to the left, and there's like a misbalance there or something like that. It will let you know also that. And of course the dynamics, right? If you are like compressing too much your track, if you are if you need a bit more dynamic range or something, this will also this tool will also let you know, right? You can play the audio, of course, and you can match the loudness to different LUFS, -24, -14, -8. But this is just for listening purposes. No matter what you put here on loudness match, the tool will give you the feedback you need on these terms, right? So for instance, I loaded here 3 tracks, and for instance here, everything that you see on red has a potential issue for this tool. I would say not every time there is a potential issue, because I have analyzed music from professional bands, like super big successful bands, and sometimes it encounters issues that, well, the track is it's already out there, and this tool is what's like giving me feedback on. But for instance, in this first track, it says the loudness is good, and even gives you like an explanation of what you can do to resolve that potential problem. For instance here, peak, it's in red, so there might be an issue here. It says here the decibels through peak target is -2 decibels through peak for this particular preset, right, which is Spotify Loud. I thought it was actually -1, but maybe it changed. But in this case, the decibels through peak target is -2. Adjust your limiter output gain by -2.72 decibels to achieve a maximum peak of -2. So that's the issue here. And also there's a potential issue with the stereo. It says here your audio has moments where it strongly favors the left or the right channel. This could give an unbalanced sound. If no red lines appear in that waveform, then this means the errors are extremely brief and can possibly be ignored, right? And also there might be some issues with the dynamics, like in this case, parts of your audio are too compressed for this preset. If no red lines appear in the waveform, then this means that the errors are extremely brief and can possibly be ignored. It says here your audio has good dynamic difference between the verse and chorus for this preset. We would recommend aiming for a loudness range above 5 loudness units if you wanted to create a track with a chorus drop that has a dynamic impact, so on and so forth, right, etc. So yeah, that's the first track. For instance, on the second track, it encountered different possible issues here. Let's read a bit more. Peak, the decibel through peak target is -2. Yeah, since I have been mastering songs with -1 through peak in mind, I didn't know that -2 was for some platforms now the standard. But anyway, that's what this tool can provide you with feedback. It says here also the stereo, it has moments where it strongly favors the left or the right channel, and the dynamics as well. And for instance, these 2 tracks were mixed and mastered by me. But for instance, let's take a look here at the last track, which is a song by Pink Floyd. So it still encountered some issues or potential issues, as you see here, with the peaks, the stereo. Phase issues have been detected in your audio, it says, and this is a song by Pink Floyd. I mean, dynamics, parts of your audio are too compressed for this preset, but it's only like in small parts of the song, right? Not like my track, which was like purposely mastered to be this, right? But yeah, this tool, it's available for free for a limited time, right? Throughout the month of June, and I think you can learn a lot by analyzing tracks, not only your tracks, but also you can drop many tracks here and analyze them, compare them, and analyze your favorite artists' music and songs, so you can learn something. I think that's a valid point. So now let me change the screen here to my DAW now to check out the other plugins, right? So let's check out this a synth emulation by Full Bucket Music. This plugin, it's called SIX-TRAQ, and it's an emulation of 1984 synthesizer, analog synthesizer, of course, which is called SIX-TRAQ as well. And yeah, it has many presets, very cool presets. I love that these synthesizers have presets, because since I'm not a synth, I don't know how to play a synth or a piano or something like that. These starting points are very useful for me anyway, and I'm sure for others as well out there. Anyway, it has an oscillator, low frequency oscillator, filters, amplifier, and you have here the parameters that you can control, right, with the specific number for each one of the parameters, multi-track controller, sequencer, and yeah, here are the master controls: master tune, master volume. So yeah, let's hear some presets, right? First, we have the classic patch, a keyboard. Cool. Let's check out another one. We are in the keyboard category, by the way. We have pads, we have sound effects, arps, basses. What else we have here? Drums, sound effects, and more. Let's check out another one here. By the way, it's monophonic and polyphonic, so that's also a cool thing to have. And let's check out String Machine. Love the 80s type pads. Arps. Okay, let me change here. Okay, ARP trans, more pads here. Nice. Cool. With delay and reverb. Let's check out this one. Awesome. Let Mario. So JP880 saw. Cool. Sound effects, extreme industrial. and many more sounds, right? And of course, many possibilities changing the parameters. If you are more like a nerd guy in terms of the controls of say synthesizer, you will know how to shape the sounds in many different ways. Now let's check out this amp sim by Bogren Digital. This is not a new amp simulator, but it has an interesting deal at the moment, 40% off at Bogren Digital's store. And this is a one knob amp simulator for guitar with 3 channels. That's the interesting thing, right? Because the MLC this plugin, it's an emulation, of course, of the boutique amplifier, the MLC 120, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a super expensive, very cool, like modern with vintage sounding as well. It's like a probably a plexi, some kind of Marshall with like different variations, with modern variations, I think. And that's what it sounds like anyway, like a plexi or something like that, but with some modifications, right? And this plugin, as well as the analog counterpart, has 3 channels, but this one in a single knob, very simple to use. You get great sounds just like opening up the plugin, and you have the gain, which is like the distortion, right, that you introduce to the signal. But look here how this LED changes. So we're in the clean channel, then from some point and above we have the crunch channel in orange, and finally the red channel, which is lead, more distortion, right? And even we have a pedal switch here to add some more saturation, like a boost and overdrive in front of the amplifier. So that's pretty cool, and you can get pretty cool like overdriven tones, like the point of breakup. Very cool. Also has a couple of cabinets, a couple of impulses here included, the modern cab and the vintage cab. Also, you can disable the cabinet and use a third-party impulse response loader with an impulse response, or you can use this plugin also to load third-party impulse responses in wave format, right? You have an input and output, you have a tuner, and also you can set this plugin to be like a stereo or mono, or also has a noise gate, right? Very cool noise gate. This is the threshold, and so you are going to prevent any noise from like getting to the signal, or well, the output mostly, right? Also, there is a standalone version when you purchase the plugin. The standalone version that you can use like on your desktop outside a DAW will have a recording functionality to record your ideas in the spot, and also it will have a metronome functionality to practice scales, to practice exercises, licks and stuff like that, with different capabilities of metronomes, right? So let's hear it here in action. So clean DI guitars. This is like the cleanest sound. It's a bit overdriven. More gain to the signal. It's not completely clean, right? We're still in clean crunch. Very nice type of distortion. Very pleasant saturation, I think. We are in the crunch. Nice. More full distortion. Let's move cabinet, the vintage. All right. And let's engage the pedal, for instance, for some extra distortion. Awesome. Check it out in context. Alright, pretty cool amplifier by Bogren Digital. So let's go to the last deal in this list. Actually includes a couple of plugins. We have this dynamic bundle by Sonible into one package that includes the Smart Compressor 2 and the Smart Limit. Right, these plugins are uses machine learning and artificial intelligence to analyze your audio and provide you with a result based on a preset that you choose here. But you can of course tweak it further, right? For instance, this compressor lets you of course change the attack, the threshold, the release, the ratio, and there are also options for spectral compression, right, which is like more microscopic compression. It adds also color and different compression styles. So yeah, this is the Smart Compressor 2. For instance, I have it here inserted on a drum bus. All we need to do is just choose here from this list of presets, for instance, drums and the bus. In this case, it will analyze the audio and will provide me with a good compression compression settings, and I can tweak it from there, right? So let's analyze these drums. You can hear it before. Okay, and let's for instance start the plugin. We click this control with this this circle, and it analyzes very quickly. It doesn't take more than like 3-4 seconds. Okay, and we see here the gain reduction right in the middle is the compression, and it has also an auto gain functionality here. That it can be enabled or disabled here. So let's hear before and after. A bit more punchy, right? We can increase the ratio. The cool thing is also that we have a visualizer, so we are seeing in real time the original audio, the compression, the reduction that is going on here at the top, and how the peaks, how the waveforms are changing depending on the compression, right? Right, so let's hear it again. So no compression, a bit more punchy. It has auto release functionality, but we can also like do it manually. The auto release is pretty cool though. Here we have the style, clean or with a touch of saturation. That's pretty cool as well. Spectral compression, color, let's check it out. Dark and bright. right? So clean, and we have some saturation going on there. So let's leave it at 0 default. This is a threshold, right? So we want more compression, we lower this. And we can see also how the audio behaves, not only with our ears, but visually, like how the waveforms are changing if we increase the attack or decrease the attack. Yeah, fast attack time, of course, destroying all of the transients. Right, pretty cool. And you can analyze, of course, the hi-hat, the kick, the snare, toms, and all of this, all of these instruments. Now let's, for instance, analyze a vocal track also in this track, in this song, and with this smart compressor too.
Breaking me down to my bones.
Okay, so we said here we
put me with spirit,
vocals,
sword, shield,
lows or highs.
armor, stick.
So a bit on the high end of the spectrum, I think.
Breaking me down
so
to my
let's
bones.
start the plugin.
And fill me with spirit, sword, shield, and armor, sticks.
Now it's compressing 6 decibels. Let's increase the ratio.
Are tearing me in two until you start breaking me down.
Some saturation.
Breaking me down to my bones. And fill me with spirit, sword, shield.
You can learn a lot because the settings that it uses, you can learn a lot with that. Because, for instance, we have a vocal track here, and we have a fast attack time actually, and yeah, that's the attack time that you need to control a vocal. Not like the fastest, but definitely a fast attack time. And you can learn a lot also the ratio that it uses. You can hear the compression here in delta mode.
My bones and fill me with spirit.
This is only the compression being heard without the
breaking me down.
Without the original signal. This is only what it's compressing,
breaking
right?
me down to my bones. And fill me with spirit, sword, shield, and armor, sticks and stones are tearing me in two until you start breaking me down to my bones. And fill me with spirit, sword, shield, and armor.
Alright, and let's finally use the other plugin in this list, which is the Smart Limit, that it's part of this bundle by Sonible. And this is a limiter, of course, right? A very transparent limiter. You can really like increase the loudness of your tracks without adding distortion. And yeah, this limiter is my favorite. I have like put this limiter against many other limiters by FabFilter, by Isotope, and by Mastering the Mix actually. And this one is the one that won it for me. And yeah, this applies the same concept, right? It uses machine learning. It will analyze your audio depending on the genre that you're feeding this plugin to. Like, for instance, you have speech, acoustic, classical, country, funk, jazz, Latin, metal, R&B, different types of hip-hop, pop, and rock. And so based on that, this preset that you choose, it will analyze your track and will provide you with a loudness and compression necessary for this track to be finalized and exported to the real world, right? And for instance, this is an alternative rock song, alternative type of rock. And so let's analyze the track, and we can have some control with the attack, the gain, the release, and the limiting factor, and also the true peak. It's set here within the plugin. But for instance, you can choose a target here, like for Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, Spotify Loud, right? But so you select here, for instance, let's choose Spotify Loud, and it has also a meter here that will show you like how is your loudness, range, your true peak, the gain reduction, the dynamics, and you can also use the delta to understand what the limiter is actually or how it's affecting the audio, the limiter, hearing only the limiting effect with the delta control. And the constant gain control is very cool, very important, because you can hear also the effect of the limiting in the audio without the loudness. So if you click on constant gain, you can turn off and turn on the plugin, and you will hear a like very accurate before and after without the loudness involved. Because when you involve loudness, everything sounds better to our ears. But with the constant gain, we can measure the actual effect of the limiting on the music without the loudness, right? So it also has different styles, right? Like the other one, like the Smart Compressor 2, like for clean and more dirty limiting, also saturation, balance, and bass control as well. And also it has a quality check that will let you know if, like in this case, if the peak level is too high for Spotify Loud. It will give you also some solutions, like for instance, raise the input gain to increase the loudness. So it will do a quality test and provide you with feedback of the song, right? So lower a bit the volume on your headphones or monitors because this will get a bit louder. So let's analyze this track. Sorry. So play and click here.
To my bones and fill me with spirit, soul and shield and armor, sticks and stones.
It's actually very also very lightweight on the CPU. You might think that it's heavy on the CPU, but it's lightweight actually.
Breaking me
very quick.
Down to my bones.
So this is the effect of the limiting with delta mode.
Armor, sticks and stones.
Okay, we have soft and hard style, also a bit of saturation, a bit of balance here. The balance is to improve the spectral balance, and tame resonances to give your track a final subtle polish. So pretty cool. Tame resonances, and the bass control enhances the low end of your signal and tighten your bass. So let's
Breaking me down to my bones and fill me with spirit, soul and shield and armor.
right, and it gives you here this target. If it's inside this green area,
Breaking me
you are
down
within the target, right? You are good to go. And let's check out the quality check.
breaking me down
Right,
to
so
my
it says here dynamics seems fine, loudness seems fine, but it says here the peak level is too high for loud tracks on Spotify Loud. Reduce the limit to -2. So we should reduce this to -2, and now it should be in green.
breaking me down.
It's listening
to
and
my
it will give you a quality check.
bones and fill me with spirit.
It still has this legend The peak level is too high for loud tracks on Spotify. I already reduced this, so maybe here.
Breaking me down to my bones and fill me with spirit, soul.
The peak level, well, minus 0.1.
Breaking
The true peak it's on. I don't understand.
Me down to my bones and fill me with spirit, sword, shield, and
Okay, it seems that, well, the minus 0.1, maybe I have something wrong here. The master fader or something, because it's letting me know that the true peak here
breaking me down to my bones
minus 2.2.
and fill
All is good now. All is good, right? So I can put this at minus.
Breaking me down to my bones.
So all is good.
And fill
Everything is
me
in
with
green. Everything is green. The dynamics, loudness, input gain looks good. The peak level is good for Spotify Loud. And we can choose different targets here, right? Depending on the platform, stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool plugin. Let's check out the constant gain. So if you click here, the volume will be dropped.
breaking me down.
And you can turn off and on the plugin.
And fill me with spirit, soul.
Cool. So if you don't have any difference, that's a good thing actually, because if you have a difference like noticeable, probably you are over limiting, over compressing. But if you hear pretty much the same audio before and after with the constant gain enabled, you have a good master, and the loudness and the compression is gonna be fine. You're not gonna have like over compression, like pumping effect, or that if the stuff it's not breathing properly and all that. So it's a good thing that you don't have difference in this case, right? So anyway, my friend, these are the plugins for today. Hope that you get something good out of them. And let me read some comments here. Kev Human says, hi, I don't like the way mastering the mix installs a lot of free trials. I don't want with their plugins, so I avoid them. Maybe there is a way to stop though. Kevin, when you are installing, it lets you select what you want to install, so you don't need to install all of the free trials. There's like a list of plugins available, and you choose only the one that you want, and that's pretty much it. Bruce Wayne, hello Bruce Wayne. Beat Process, what's up brother? SIX-TRAQ sounds awesome. Acoustic, hi Amner. I'm doing a bit of traveling right now. I'm on an island right now, but have a Wi-Fi thanks to the restaurant. Awesome. Awesome. Enjoy your vacations, my friend. Hi, Mr. Town Healer and all friends. So yeah, have a great time, my friend. Enjoy the beach and the sun and all that, right? So before we leave, my friend, let me invite you one last time to my website, amnorhunter.com, where you can grab some additional free stuff, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also some free tools, such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I'm updating almost every day with tons of content like this. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye bye and take care.